men are separated, what, a couple months, and she's already got guys coming to the house. Does no one see anything wrong with that? I don't like to give an opinion on your wife because I'm not in her shoes, but it does seem like she moved on pretty quick for someone who was married to you. It was almost like she was waiting. And also, yeah, I left without telling her why or whatever, and I abandoned her and all that, but like she never reached out to ask me why. Not once. No one sees a problem with that either. You know, that's not supposed to affect me, that yes, I left and I had my reasons for leaving, but my wife doesn't even chase after me. She doesn't even make an attempt. What does that say about where she really stands on me? Again, I'm not in her shoes, so I can't really give my opinion on her actions. But if I was married to someone for over a year and they just left, I would at least ask, like, why? Or I would make an attempt. And then my mom is telling me that, like, family members are starting to ask questions, like, why aren't they together, this and that. And, you know, my wife bumped into a few people in my family, and she's telling her side of the story, this and that. And she's coming out smelling like a, what's the phrase? A meadow, roses. She's smelling like roses and all that, and making me look bad. I had my reasons for leaving. Like, I'm being sincere. I'm being legitimate. I had my reasons for leaving. And I don't think I owed her an explanation at that point. She should have known why I left. But instead, she moves on immediately. What does that say? Well, you know, she's gonna spin it. She's gonna try to make herself look like the hero. But, you know, honestly, it just seems like she was waiting for you to leave. Maybe she even, like, self-sabotaged the marriage just to, like, have this out. You know what I mean? She wanted, like, an exit strategy, and she got it, so she took it. And now she's trying to make it look like she didn't do anything wrong, I guess. Yeah, I know we're not supposed to break the fourth wall, but, like, sometimes I sneak. Sometimes I look at the comments when they tell me I'm not supposed to, when we're forbidden from reading that type of stuff. But I was curious what people are going to think about, like, me leaving Miranda. And no one can understand why I left. No one gets it. And that's what pisses me off so much. It's that no one can see it from my perspective. No one sees everything. How did I come out as the bad guy for, like, distancing myself from a toxic relationship when her side of the relationship was totally blame me for everything, hang on to every mistake that I make me take 50 million paternity tests, run me through the mud, right? And I'm still the bad guy. Like, I did her a favor by... I mean, I get why you left. And I think that, like, the people who probably see it from your perspective aren't the ones leaving the comments. You know what I mean? I think, like, there are some silent Joey supporters. They're just not as vocal. Do you think that I should just pick my son up from school and keep him, and then let her fight for custody? What do you think? No, I don't think you should do that, because that's just going to give her a reason to say you did something else wrong and that you're going behind her back and this and that. If I can understand her correctly, she's looking for anything to, like, blame on you and make you look bad in case she does go to court. She'll say, look, he went to the school and picked up the child without my permission. And I know that I said don't make an effort and that she was going to weaponize him. She's going to do that anyway. So what I think you should do is try to talk to her. Tell her that you made a mistake in terms of wanting to see your son, and explain to her, like, look, it's unacceptable that you have a man coming around my son, a stranger, and I think you need to set up some boundaries and, like, a system with her. I know her, though. She's not going to want to sit down and talk to me now. She's going to use that as an excuse, and then now she's never going to let me see my son. You know, I just never took it into consideration that, like, I left and she was going to move on so quick. And having this man around my son, oh man, he's at that age where, like, he could forget me. I really didn't think that she was going to start dating while we were still legally married. And then to see this man, right? To see this man walk into the house that I established, that I raised my family in. This man's walking into that with his stupid keys in his hand. Like, does she not miss me? I really thought that she was going to be like, why did you leave? And then I was going to be like, I left because XYZ. And I don't feel appreciated. and you made me do this, and you've always hung on to that, and I want you to appreciate me. She didn't even call me. She didn't chase me at all. If she left me and what she has, I always chased her, always. And no one's gonna point that out. No one's gonna say anything about that. No one's gonna say like, you know, Joey always chased Miranda, always. He always tried to make it work. But, you know, the second that things go bad, she's out the door. What does that say about our marriage? What does that say about her fighting from? But I'll make an attempt. I'll see if she wants to talk to me. But I bet she won't.